Hello and welcome to your Security Boost podcast, in which we demystify security and simplify protection for your personal and business valuable assets. I am Yota Nikolaidou, your hostess. Let's get started. Hey there! I hope you're having a fantastic day and thank you so much for tuning in. So today we are going to talk about how to select data protection officer for your company. And data protection officer, or oftenly called DPO, whether an obligation or an option for companies, depending on specific factors, is a person who holds the most responsibility within the company for GDPR compliance. Let's start with the basics. Why does your selection of the right person matters? Simply because the right selection will make GDPR compliance smoother, easier, and most importantly, effective. You do not want one of the following two scenarios. Scenario number 1. A person who will spread catastrophe by stressing everyone out that everything is wrong and the company will have an attack or a GDPR fine if they continue that way. And scenario number 2. A person who is doing nothing to get the company into compliance. This person just has a title, has no knowledge and or intention to complete the tasks required to get your company GDPR compliant. Based on my experience and view, here are the characteristics of a successful choice for a GDPR data protection officer. Number 1. Knowledge of how to balance GDPR effectiveness without overwhelming or stressing out other employees and support everyone involved during the process. This is the number 1 characteristic. If there is something wrong, he or she will definitely mention it to management, but at the same time will accompany it with supportive solutions. The right person will apply simple yet effective progressive moves which are both smooth and adaptable for the employees and management. Number 2. Ability to understand, evaluate, and analyze data correlations and attach impact to it. Less impact from an attack means lower reputation damage and lower direct and indirect costs from a cyber attack or a data breach. Number 3. Deep security knowledge both of systems and infrastructure, which ensures protection from hacks or data breaches and lowers chances of being fined. Number 4. Out-of-the-box thinking in order to figure out solutions which are friendly to the company's budget. Number 5. Ability to set up the right budget for GDPR compliance based on the customized needs of the company. He or she cannot tell a small business owner with, let's say, 100,000 euros income per year that in order to get compliant, they have to pay 300,000. Number 6. Vigilance in order to maintain the company's protection levels and GDPR compliance high at all times. As a company develops, it will undergo changes which will affect data flow and new data additions. That means that the right person will design a flexible GDPR compliance process, allowing it to grow with the company and at the same time build the internal procedures to stay informed and adjust anything necessary accordingly. Number 7. Ability to enforce methodologies and tools which are effective but at the same time usable and easily adaptable for employees. It's not ideal to make employees' daily tasks difficult. Merging ease with security is the best approach to follow in this case. Number 8. Ability to avoid impact chain reaction. Each cyber attack or data breach has certain implications. The ability to detach implications and minimize impact is an art, and the professionals who possess this are highly paid. But if you want maximum results in protecting worldwide profits of the company, it is wise to look for and request this characteristic. Number 9, ability to respond to incidents quickly and effectively. All solid professionals know that they cannot stop all cyber attacks or data breach incidents. That is why they work on point 8, the impact chain reaction avoidance, and at the same time they prepare to respond to incidents with speed and effectiveness. Doing it right will affect your protection levels and the GDPR fines. Additionally, you have to report everything in a timely manner to the GDPR authorities. Your DPO's ability to report them based on the specified requirements will affect your fines. Number 10, ability to operate effectively under stressful conditions. The weight of a cyber attack or a data breach might not be easy on everyone. Obviously, the right preparation will play an important role, but when a cyber attack or a data breach takes place, the focus will be on the data protection officer. That is the most important time for a DPO's performance, and you do not want someone who freezes when something goes wrong. You need that person to be on top of their game, as their performance is correlated with both your business survival and the GDPR fines you have to pay. Number 11, ability to communicate effectively and report to the company management as an advisor and solutions maker. If management is not informed appropriately on what the problem is and given available options on how to solve it, it's impossible to get effective compliance. That is why communication and reporting is a key characteristic of a GDPR data protection officer. Number 12, ability to communicate effectively with the company's employees. In order to understand the current processing of data, the technical protective aspects, current policies and procedures, among others, and to implement new ones, the GDPR data protection officer needs to be able to interact impeccably with all employees of the company. Number 13, ability to present the right arguments to the court to defend the company in case of a data breach or cyber attack that results in the company being sued. Any proof of at least sufficient controls and measures will be very positive to the outcome of the case against your business. Number 14, ability to minimize the possibilities of a cyber attack or a data breach in combination with maximizing the effectiveness of the compliance by extending its benefits to other areas like financial, marketing, etc. In other words, make mandatory an opportunity for the company's further growth. Number 15, an authority for data protection or a well-recognized professional will play a positive role when fines come to apply as a result of a data breach. For example, a professional who is recognized by the government authorities, European Union, and any related professional bodies is definitely a plus. Number 16, last but not least, is public recognition, as no fine can be compared to the reputation damage or cost of a data breach or a cyber attack. Court cases related to GDPR and data protection will gain great publicity. Selecting a candidate with a public profile who is already an acceptable figure for the public will be of benefit for you, and you will not need to work on building the credibility and acceptance of that person to the public. And let's have a tweetable. People are the central focus for data protection and the final judge. I would suggest you keep these 16 points for GDPR data protection officer selection nearby when you select the right person for the position. So I'm now turning it over to you. If you found this podcast useful, please show it with a like and share it with others. I would also like to hear your thoughts. What other characteristics are you looking for when selecting a data protection officer for your business? I cannot wait to hear your comments, so leave them below or head to yotanikolaidou.com and let's continue the conversation. You will find the link in the description of this episode. Have a great day, and until next Monday, stay safe.